Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on to your hats because the NFL rumor mill is buzzing like never before. And this one involves a player who could be a game changer for the Washington Commanders if it comes true. We're talking about none other than Ja'Marr Chase, the explosive wide receiver from the Cincinnati Bengals. The chatter is heating up around a potential trade that could see Chase donning the burgundy and gold. Yes, you heard that right. There's speculation that Chase might be heading to Washington, possibly in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft. Right now, the Bengals are sitting at a dismal 4-10 record in 2025, and after a season marked by inconsistency on offense and some struggles on the line, they're apparently seriously considering a rebuild. Rumors suggest Cincinnati might be looking to trade Chase to stockpile picks and rebuild around their quarterback and offensive line, especially considering their salary cap situation. The Bengals have about $3 million in cap space for 2026, but with a $20 million dead cap hit from Chase's current deal, they're in a tricky spot. The team is also exploring extensions for their wide receiver T. Higgins, who's been a bright spot in their offense, and they're looking for ways to maximize their assets for the future. For Washington, this could be a golden opportunity. They've been searching for that go-to WR to elevate the passing game, especially after a season where their aerial attack has struggled to consistently produce more than 200 yards per game. Chase, at just 25 years old, is an absolute beast on the field. In 2025, he's put up some eye-popping stats: 117 catches, over 300 yards and 7 touchdowns in just 15 games. His average of 11, 2 yards per reception and an EPA of 0, 24 per target make him one of the most efficient and explosive playmakers in the league. His yards after catch average of 2 yards per reception and 73 contested catches show his ability to make big plays even under tight coverage. Chase's career totals now surpass 0 receiving yards and 40 touchdowns, and his PFF grade of 88. 5 ranks among the top receivers in the NFL. When you look at his YAC, yards after catch, which exceeds 800 yards, he's comparable to top-tier receivers like Justin Jefferson. But what makes this rumor even more enticing for Commanders fans is the potential impact Chase could have on Washington's offense. The team's aerial attack has been somewhat inconsistent, but with Chase on board, projections suggest the Commanders could be pushing 400 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns in the upcoming season. That would be a massive boost, especially considering how much better their offense could be with a true game changer. Chase's presence would also open up opportunities for Terry McLaurin, who would see an increase in yards per route, potentially jumping from 1.6 to around 2.0 yards. With Chase drawing coverage, the defense would have to respect his deep threat, giving more room for players like Sam Howell and Curtis Samuel. On the ground, Chase's addition would also indirectly benefit the run game. Eckler, who has been solid for the Commanders, could see his yards per carry improve from 4.0 to around 4.7, thanks to the extra space created by Chase's threat as a deep target. This kind of dynamic, multi-dimensional offense is exactly what the Commanders need to contend at the top of the NFC. The team's offensive efficiency could see a significant boost, with PFF grades climbing from around 72.3 to an impressive 88. 5, a more explosive offense naturally translates to more points, more wins, and better playoff positioning. Now let's talk about the big picture, the playoff picture and Super Bowl odds. Currently, the Commanders are sitting with a cap space of about $80 million, enough to make a splash in free agency or to facilitate a trade like this one. The rumors suggest that if the trade goes through, the odds of the Commanders winning the Super Bowl could jump from +20 to around +50. That's a huge shift, indicating the league's recognition of how transformative Chase could be for this team. Plus, Chase's reputation as a playoff performer with over 500 yards in his career, including a game with 200-plus yards against the Seahawks, makes him a real X-factor when the stakes are high. What's also interesting is the timing. Speculation points to a possible trade deadline move, which could turn the NFC playoff landscape upside down. The Commanders, with their newfound explosiveness, would not only be a playoff team but a serious contender. The addition of Chase could elevate the offense from good to elite, giving Sam Howell a true #1 receiver to throw to and creating mismatches all over the field. It's the kind of move that signals a team committed to winning now and building for the long term. Of course, Cincinnati isn't sold on parting ways with Chase easily. They're cautious about their production this year and the impact on their rebuild. But they see the value in acquiring young assets and draft picks that could help them accelerate their rebuild, especially on the offensive line and at quarterback. For the Commanders, it's about seizing the moment. The NFC is wide open, and with a player like Chase, the division and conference become a lot more manageable. The team's offense would be instantly transformed into one of the most dangerous units in the league, with a real shot at making a deep playoff run, and who knows, even competing for a Super Bowl. This kind of move would also send a message across the league. Washington is all in on winning, and they're willing to make bold moves to get there. Chase's addition would be a defining moment for this franchise, turning their trajectory from a rebuilding team into a genuine contender. It would be a statement to the rest of the NFC that the Commanders are no longer just a team trying to develop talent, but one that is ready to compete at the highest level with the best. And as we look at the bigger NFL picture, this move could spark a domino effect across the league. Other teams might start to realize that acquiring young, explosive playmakers is the way to go if they want to contend for the Super Bowl. Chase's presence in Washington could be the catalyst for a new era of exciting, high-powered offenses in the NFC. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. What's the catch? Well, there's always some risk involved with such trades. Cincinnati might want to hold on to Chase, especially given his production and youth. The price tag and draft capital is high, and fitting him under the cap long-term will require some creative maneuvering. But if the Commanders can pull this off, it could be a move that defines the next decade of their franchise. Imagine Chase paired with Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, and a developing quarterback like Howell. This could be the core of a team ready to challenge for NFC supremacy. And let's not forget the potential playoff boost. Chase has shown he can produce big yards in crucial moments. Just last season, he racked up over 200 yards in a game against the Seahawks, and in his career, he's amassed over 500 yards in postseason appearances. His playoff experience and big play ability could be exactly what the Commanders need to push through the postseason and make a run to the Super Bowl. Looking ahead, the excitement is palpable. The NFL trade deadline is approaching, and the rumors about Chase are gaining momentum. The Commanders have the cap space, the assets, and the motivation to make a move that could reshape their future. This isn't just about one player. This is about signaling to the entire league that Washington is serious about winning now and into the future. So, Commanders fans, keep your eyes peeled. This story is far from over, and the potential for Chase to wear the burgundy and gold could become a reality sooner than we think. Whether it happens or not, one thing is certain. The NFC East is about to get a whole lot more interesting, and Washington is positioning itself to be at the forefront of that excitement. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Do you believe Chase would be the missing piece to finally putting the Commanders over the top? Can you see him transforming this offense into a juggernaut capable of competing with the best in the NFC? And what about the long-term implications? Do you think this trade could set Washington up for sustained success? I'd love to hear your views, so don't hold back. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, rumors, and analysis on everything Washington Commanders. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep supporting our team no matter what. The future could be brighter than ever, and with moves like this, the Commanders are aiming high. Thanks for riding along with me today, and as always, go Commanders.